Hello everyone, FunshotX here. Welcome back to Utopia³, playing the Feed the Beast Resurrection pack. I am in our Void Age, and you can see it's grown quite a bit. I have had a lot of work done. That sounds wrong. I've done a lot of work over the past couple days, and I'd like to show it to you. So you can see in the background there, that is our steam production. I created into a large smokestack. It's kind of half made out of cobble, half made out of bricks because I just don't have enough clay to make all bricks. And then I used cloud in a bottle to make the smoke. I went up pillared above it and kind of threw some clouds down to make the smoke. I think it looks pretty cool. And then as I get more clay, I'll turn into bricks and use my wand of equal trade to make that. I'm going to start in the back and then work to the other two buildings because that's kind of the order we built them in. So the last thing you guys saw was this building just about done with our steam production. I want to talk about how it's doing. All 6 barrels are completely full all the time, even though we've now started to use a lot of the steam. Using the undertake is working great. This thing fills up just as fast as we can use it. We haven't stressed it at all in all the, I think it's being used in maybe 5 places right now and may use more in a couple minutes. We are now chunk loading this area using a world anchor. We have ender lily plants filling this, to provide the ender pearls, so every once in a while we just have to top off the hopper to keep that loaded. Still just running off the 1 Railcraft boiler and 7 GregTech boilers here. These all are completely full on steam, and they're exhausting it out the back or the top or wherever they decide to exhaust it out. And this guy's also completely full of steam. So we're not using it fast enough, basically is the point. So I was like, well, maybe I should turn a few of them offline because that's kind of a waste of charcoal. Well, let's go over here and see what Sky did. Sky hooked up the tree farm. This is MFR, and it's grabbing the wood, the apples, and the things. You can see they're completely full, almost. Apples is not quite full. So the wood and the saplings is actually being trash canned right now because they're extra. So that means we have 64 stacks of wood. That wood is spaced just like 20 feet over here, and being put in a redstone furnace, being turned into charcoal, and then hopper barreled over to this other B-space barrel. I'm not sure why there's 2 there. Could have just upgraded this guy technically, but anyway, that this guy's full and this guy's full, so it's it can't even process the wood the charcoal fast enough in the boilers that we have to use all the wood, and so the wood is getting voided. So at this point we are fine wasting the steam. As we use more of it and it starts to drain the barrels a little bit, then maybe we'll bring more steam boilers online. But for now, I think we've got plenty of steam production, and we're not, we're positive resources on the charcoal and wood, so really it shouldn't matter. Over here, this is what Sky's also been working on. He's been to the Twilight Nether and used a Diamond Dolly to grab spawners. Looks like he's also been to the Nether. The Twilight Forest. Did I say Twilight Nether? I think I combined them together. Twilight Forest and the Nether to get some spawners. So we've got skeletons here, blazes there, and I think these are the Twilight mobs, the little miner dudes. Show yourself. Come on. Drop down. Where are you? Any day. Vanilla spawners sometimes. They're interesting. You can kind of see them, right? He's just that little guy with the blue shirt and red hat. There he goes. There they are. Or red hair. Ha 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 ha. Need a sound muffler on those guys for sure. But they provide coal, so that's an easy source of coal. Certain things can't use charcoal. Railcraft, creosote tanks, whatever those things are called, don't use charcoal, so you have to use coal in them. So that's a source of coal. It's also a source of iron. We can take iron boots and repair them with each other. And if you do that enough times, you can get, fully repaired iron, and then I think at that point you can melt it down. I don't remember. Yeah, you can take an alloy furnace and melt it down if they're fully repaired. So there's an iron farm there, kind of. It's not hugely, you know, efficient, but it works. Wow, that sends a lot of power at once. Look at that. Boom. These are gold kinesis pipes. They can send like 2K RF, I think. It's also an iron pick. I'm not sure if you can mine down iron picks. Can you alloy furnace them? Oh yeah, you can. So there's more iron. Anything else? No, that's just overflow. So yeah, coal and iron there. Of course, blazes get you blaze rods and all the cool stuff you can get with that. See, we're using steam here and a steam dynamo. That seems if we're just looking for a very small amount of power just to power a system, this is a very good setup. We just need one ender tank, steam dynamo, some kind of battery, and then buildcraft kinesis pipes to take it, transport it. I think that's pretty cool. And then he's combined using pneumaticraft here. But yeah, for blaze rods, I don't think this has been running very long at all, maybe even just today. Skeletons, we're getting arrows, bones. That's, I guess, a string farm, technically. I don't know. A little bit of gold, a little bit of leather. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing really great there. Okay, I put some windows on there. I don't know if I like that chiseled look. I might do something different, but did want to give it some kind of windows. Nobody's really built much more in the headquarters yet, so I'm going there. This building is very unfinished. I'm not sure if I want to make it taller or put some kind of design on the top. I'm not really sure how I want to break it up. It's just very prison-like at the moment. But this is going to be a factory for anything non-Greg Tech. So I have thermal expansion in here now, but we've got forestry, buildcraft, a bunch of other tech mods that we might have automated machines, so we can put them over here. And this is getting me cobble and stone. I guess you can switch it. Cool. Is that what he did? Yeah. You can switch it and get cobble and stone. We can get we can chop all our wood down to get some planks. We're also making concrete. How did you make concrete? Doesn't that use a ton of iron? Oops, not. Oh, smelting gravel. I must be thinking of something else that uses rebar. Anyway, okay, concrete blocks. Cool. What else are we doing in here? Not a lot. Here's the source of power. Same setup. Ender tank. Ooh, that actually did look like it got a little bit lighter there for a second. And then this is just this commercial steam engine because these take a little bit more power than the other hobbyist one. Cool. Some extra Oculus accumulator just sitting there doing nothing. And let's get to the big building across the way. We'll take a shortcut through the headquarters. As you can see, I've done a few things. I've added some pressure plates. I still need to decide on a block to coat those with. I've added a floor, added the ceiling, I've added some doors. These are still in progress. And I've added a floor here. The computer craft, I'm not sure if that was in there before. Dave did this. Did I show you this? Let's turn it on. It's got a big howl. Sorry, Dave, can't let you do that. Oh, Hal, come on. Where does that go to? I have no idea where that goes to. We got a new book. I might have to go in there and see what happens. These here. These are not lights, but they act as lights. These are just a standard chiseled laboratory block, but I've put them inside a carpenter's block and a shift right-clicked glowstone dust onto them. That makes them act as a light. So I think it's cool. It looks like a little light, and it's a lot cheaper than trying to make a lamp. Just one glowstone and some wood. So I think that's cool. My office is looking horrible. Need to do something in there. All right, here's Greg Tech. Greg Tech Factory. Still unfinished. These are edge stone or cornerstone? Border stone, that's it. Border stone for all the walls. I think it looks cool, especially when there's just a single. It makes that nice little connected texture line. And we've got kind of a grand opening. Look at me. You guys would be proud of me. It's not centered. It's not a mirror image on both sides. I really wanted to, but I didn't. Can you believe it? But anyway, what I've done is recessed kind of the windows and the doors, and then put lamps back there. You can't really see them. Maybe if I go up a level and look out here. So I've got these lamps, which are from Blue Power. They're just like the red power lamps. But when you hide them between two blocks, you get this nice little outline because they their glow extends beyond the block, which I think is cool. So you never see really the lamps. That GregTech logo up there as well will be in lamps, so you kind of see it. And yeah, I think it looks cool. The problem is it's very resource intensive. I need a ton of glowstone, redstone, and red flowers to make all those. But the effect, once you're done, is you get that nice red outline. So I need to take it down this way, and then finish off the windows on the side as well to make that have that cool effect. So I think that even though I'm just using stone, it kind of gives it more of a tech look because of the cool lights. Once that's all lit up too, that GT will pop a lot better. So that's the GregTech building. There's nothing in here yet. I need to move our machines over. This will be the entryway. I'm not sure everything we're going to put in here. I'm wondering if we should put like a security guard station, metal detectors kind of thing, kind of like I have in Funshine Labs. And then you just get gigantic rooms that we can put all our GregTech stuff in and have fun with it. There's no basement here, just these 2 floors. Remember, we're trying to keep things horizontal, not vertical. So I think 2 floors is the max I want to do. And there we go. Here's the middle floor, or the top floor. You can get to the roof. There are a few machines that I figure we might want to... Oh, I don't have a elevator block. A few machines we might put on the roof, like a solar panel or something like that, that maybe might go up there. But for the most part, these 2 levels will have most of the processing. And if I need to, I can blow out the back wall, if I can find the back wall. Yeah, there we go. And make it bigger, because it's just a standard wall there. But I'm really fond of these edgestone and cornerstone blocks. I like them. They look pretty good for just being out of stone. And they don't cost any iron. That's the best part. Or quartz, as this one did. I got a little bit of flack for using all our quartz. So I went and farmed in the nether for 4 stacks of nether quartz ore to make up for it. Yeah, so I think I'm going to bring all of our GregTech machines over here. Oops, forgot the Mistcraft portals are not on the island anymore. All the GregTech stuff over here and connect it up to some steam power, and then we'll start getting some crafting stuff and making more advanced GregTech, steel stuff. So I'm going to go over to Sky's base and grab all their stuff, and then go over to my base and grab all of my stuff, and we should have a good supply. So I will be back in just a few minutes, guys. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I moved all the old GregTech stuff over here and a little bit over there. Moved a bunch of processing ore chests ready to be processed, that kind of thing. Gone through quite a bit. There's a bunch of just stuff left that doesn't really process in this low-level tier of things, and then all the process stuff here. Cool thing about the blast furnace is if you combine 2 of them, you save materials because you can share walls. So I've got actually 2 blast furnaces here going with, I think I saved... I don't know, how much did I save here? 12 blocks, 12 bronze-plated bricks by doing that. And I couldn't find a way to input and output on this structure, because the only way you can really interface with it is the, this interface here. And so I could input it, or I could output. I couldn't do both. We don't have Ender IO, so we can't really those kind of pipes. Maybe with AE2 we could do it, but I think this blast furnace is only temporary until we get an electric blast furnace, which can have input and output slots. So for now, if you just have to manually fill it with iron and charcoal on this little tiny, you can click on that interface. But then it'll automatically pull out the dust and the steel, which is nice because a lot of the times you fill this thing up, but it stops processing because the dust hits 64 and then it stops, even though it hasn't processed all your iron. So at least it's processing all that out. I created a chest here, an ender chest, to bring some charcoal over from the other system. The reason I did that instead of the beast-based barrel is I wanted to have like a set of things that I could use whenever I am, or wherever I am. So I've got a thing called a... what kind of pipe was that? It was a blue one, this guy. The rationing pipe, which is built that way. That... only allow one stack of a type of inventory. So that means this will only ever have one stack of charcoal. If I take some away, it'll fill it back up. But I could also have it, have another place filling this ender chest with stone and cobble and dirt and glass and anything else I need to go. And it's funny, as I just watched Akko's video while I was moving the stuff over here, and he did the same thing, so that's pretty cool. Thinking alike. Yeah. And then I'm running 2 macerators. Actually, that one's done. 3 furnaces and 2 alloy smelters at the same time, and I actually finally drained this guy. He was actually approaching empty. So there is a limit as to how much this steam tank can pass through at a time. It wasn't filling up fast enough as we were pulling it out. I think that's because I have all these speed upgrades, so it's pulling it out really fast, but I don't have speed upgrades in the barrels that are filling it. So maybe if I move that around, so it's directly under the barrel, then it might be a little bit faster. That might work better. Or put some speed upgrades and a stack upgrade in the other one as well. I'm not convinced the stack upgrade does much in this case, because this only holds 8,000 millibuckets at a time anyway, and these can all hold it. It says that the stack upgrade on a liquid would fill it with as much as it can handle, but I watched and this thing was empty and it did not put 32,000 millibuckets in there. It only put the 8K. So anyway, got much quieter now. I've got a couple mufflers in place. As far as I'm not doing automated input, but I do have automated output on the back here, so it pulls everything out. I've got the vents, so that vents this way, this one vents down, and then this one vents out this way. Cool way you can vent something down. If you have your wrench and when you click on a face or have a wrench and go on a face, there's a bunch of little quadrants. You get the center one. If I clicked there, that would put the output on this face. If I click on the side, it would put it on the side face, so I could go, the top, bottom. But if I wanted to put it on the opposite side, you can click any corner. So if I wanted to vent this out the back, I could click right there. And now it's going to try and vent out the back, which it can't because there's something there. So if I went out the bottom, I could just click right there. And now it's venting the bottom. Pretty cool. That's one thing about these extra, these transfer nodes, is you have to actually click on the bottom of the block. So, I have to go down another level to be able to look up at this block. And that is void down there, so I can't really do that. I was using pistons to push these blocks down and then building out, so I have a little floor. I should have just built this whole building with a double floor, a triple floor or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that eventually once I can fly. Yeah, but this is our setup. This is, all temporarily while we're using steam and the Bronze Age. We haven't really progressed much in the Electrical Age, because I'm pretty much the only one building those right now on our company. I know a couple of the other companies have progressed much further. But I definitely wanted to get this building built and get our Void Age going. It's much less laggy in the Void Age, so much easier to build and run around and that kind of thing than staying in the overworld. So I think that's going to do it. We're going to just call it a short episode here. In between episodes, I'm going to try and get a bunch of this processed and try and make some more electrical things. There's nothing down here but a steam, a tank, and my turbine that I built before. So we'll fill this whole room up with electrical machines and be good to go on GregTech. Pretty cool. If you guys liked this episode, hit that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you are subscribed. It's free, and I will see you next time. This has been FunshedX. Catch you later. Bye.